Okay, let's unpack this. We're looking at maybe one of the biggest political plot twists NYC has seen for a bit. Zohran Mamdani just clinching the Democratic mayoral nomination completely unexpectedly. I mean, we're talking about taking down Andrew Cuomo, a guy people thought was frankly politically undead.
Yeah.
And the reaction was immediate. Shockwaves apparently through Manhattan penthouses. You had hedge fund managers like speed dialing Miami realtors before the votes were even properly counted. It really set a scene.
Oh, absolutely. It was pure political theater, wasn't it? You heard stories, maybe exaggerated, maybe not, of billionaires scrambling for bunker space out in the Hamptons. And yeah, Wall Street probably is secretly Venmoing him, trying to buy private jet lane protection on the FDR or something. The absurdity level was just, wow. But it also tells you something, right? About how rattled the old guard felt.
It definitely felt like something straight out of satire. And honestly, Mamdani's platform itself, it reads like, I don't know, a leftist fever dream, or maybe a game of Monopoly if Bernie Sanders was playing and making up the rules. So for listeners trying to get their heads around this, what are some of the most unexpected, maybe even funny policy ideas in his blueprint, the ones that really jump out?
Oh, where do you even start? Okay, so there's a call for a $30 minimum wage. Standard enough, maybe. But wait, there's a twist. He wants a bonus punch card system for workers who correctly identify landlords in public. Seriously.
A punch card for spotting landlords.
And then you've got the farefreebuses, which sounds, progressive, but with this little addition, a goat in every aisle for emotional support.
A goat in every aisle. Wow. That's an image.
It is, and it makes you wonder, right? What's the point of this level of, theatricality? Is it just to provoke? Or is there something more?
Yeah, is it trying to actually redefine what politics can even talk about?
I think it definitely provokes. Look at his idea for city-owned grocery stores, described as, and this is a quote, like Whole Foods and the DMV had a baby.
Okay, that's vivid.
And featuring, naturally, therapeutic goats roaming the aisles. It leans right into the absurdity. My personal favorite, though, might be replacing the police. Not just with social workers, but with transit ambassadors, crisisgoats, and maybe a Spotify playlist called Safe Vibes Only.
A Spotify playlist for public safety.
Right. And Mamdani himself kind of played into it with these ironic self-corrections, like suggesting maybe enhanced accountability centers.
Oh, wow.
Or another version was gulag-based accountability. Also, the bagels are still free. It's designed to shock, maybe, but also disarm with that humor.
And that detail you mentioned earlier, funding immigrant legal aid by optioning off Eric Adams' sneaker collection.
Yeah, that was in there too.
That adds such a specific, almost performance art kind of flourish, doesn't it? It's very targeted messaging. So given how out there some of these ideas sound, what are the critics saying? How's the opposition framing all this?
Oh, the reactions are pretty much what you'd expect, dialed up to 11. You've got Midge Kelly calling it a cursed Portland pilot program, which is funny because apparently she thinks oat milk is extremist.
Right.
Republicans, they're basically acting like he's Che Guevara, but, with a Metro card. And Curtis Sliwa, yes, him wearing his iconic subway token beret.
Of course.
He warned, apparently completely seriously, that the Marxist moon is in retrograde.
Marxist moon.
Even the White House seemed baffled, reportedly wondering whether Mamdani is a real person or maybe a new Tesla model. The reactions are almost as theatrical as the proposals.
It really is pure political theater on all sides. But,
yeah.
Okay, if it's all so unconventional, how does a campaign like this actually work? What's the strategy behind a platform that seems to almost hug its own absurdity? Is it just for laughs?
No, there's definitely a strategy. It's sort of a fascinating progressive playbook 2.0. The basic electoral goal is clear. Win the ranked choice primary outright. Get over 50% so there's no runoff, no second chance for the establishment to consolidate. And the funding model, well, they joke about banking on $3 million donors, then immediately correct, oops, small dollar donor.
Oh, self-aware oops.
Exactly. That oops is crucial. It signals they know how the game is usually played, and they're flipping it. The campaign is fundamentally grassroots, yes, but it throws in just enough chaos, enough weirdness to keep everyone guessing, keep the media talking.
So absurdity isn't just random, it's a tactic.
Absolutely. It cuts through the noise, it disarms critics sometimes, because how do you seriously debate emotional support goats? And it appeals to a certain kind of voter, maybe younger, maybe more online, who's tired of slick, focus-grouped politicians and actually appreciates the honesty, the self-awareness, even in the humor. And they're masters at ironically reframing radical ideas. You hear lines like, "It's not communism, it's Brooklyn with mandatory wealth sharing, city goats, and zero cops."
Right, just Brooklyn things.
That's not communism, it's just Brooklyn with mandatory wealth sharing and curated food co-ops.
It makes the whole thing seem almost quirky, like NYC could become the Uber of public services, except with goats and cheaper milk.
It really makes you think about the layers beneath the jokes. So wrapping up, what does this kind of audacious vision mean for urban politics going forward? And I mean, what kind of city would New York actually be if this blueprint or something like it was really followed? Well, if Mamdani actually pulls this off, or even comes close, it sends a huge signal. It suggests that maybe authenticity, even when wrapped in absurdity and humor, combined with a really clear, if radical vision, maybe that can resonate more than traditional politics expects. It forces the establishment to adapt or just look completely out of touch. Maybe, just maybe, absurdity used strategically is the new sincerity in politics, if this works. Every city in America might start Googling how to buy therapy goats in bulk.